the situation I'm faced with. At work, at home, at play, I take control. I man up. Protection is about manning up. Hi.
Hello.
Give me a packet of Ultimate condom.
Vanilla scented.
The OU's Ultimate Condoms for assured protection from STIs, HIV, and unplanned pregnancies. Use condoms correctly and consistently for dual protection. Ultimate Condoms, assured protection delivered in 3 variants: unscented, banana, and vanilla. Brought to you by the USA Discover Health Project with support from the American people through the United States President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR.
Good evening. Welcome to the People's President. Tonight's edition of the People's President is the final appeal. We started with 8 different candidates. These were aspirants to be the People's President, and we are finally down to 3. These 3 contestants had an opportunity to interact extensively with different stakeholders who have trained them in different aspects of leadership. The very last challenge they had was a combination of 2 challenges. The first being an interview on Costa with Costa Mwansa, while the other was a scenario given of campaign dropping points. Based on this, you have been voting for the People's President. Of the 3 candidates that we have, 1 will be eliminated in the next few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the People's President. My name is Dingindaba Jonah Bioya, and I'll be your host this evening on the People's President. And without wasting much of your time, I would like to get straight to the elimination process. The 3 candidates in the People's President making it this far: Caristo Mumba, Given Kapolio, and Mwila Bwalia. You 3 have come this far, but one of you guys is not proceeding in this competition. When I call your name, then I'm speaking with you. Given Kapolio. The people have voted, and based on the people's votes, this is not where the road ends for you. Yes! Congratulations, given you've made it to the next round of the People's President, the final round. You will be giving your final appeal tonight. Gentlemen, Caristo Mumba and Mwila Bwalia, one of you will be saying goodbye to this competition, the People's President, and indeed saying goodbye to 35,000 kwacha. The unsuccessful candidate in the People's President tonight is Mwila Bwalia. You've been eliminated from the People's President. Congratulations, Caristo Mumba. You are making your final appeal alongside Given Kapolio. Statistics indicate that in the previous vote of the People's President, Karisto Mumba got the highest vote, seconded by Given Kapodio, and in third place, Mwila Walia, who unfortunately has not made it to the next round of the People's President. He'll be joining me here just to have a brief chat before we go ahead and get the final appeal from Karisto Mumba and Given Kapodio. Joining me now on set is the eliminated candidate in the People's President, Mwila Walia. How are you feeling?
I feel proud of myself. Out of 170 young men and women that auditioned, I actually made it to the top 3. So for me, I feel this is a great achievement. It wasn't easy. I learned a lot, and I feel honored. This is not the last time people will hear from Mwila Walia.
Well, I know this is not the last time they'll hear from Mwila Walia, but I want to ask you a quick question before I let you go. There are 2 people that are remaining. Who do you think is going to be the People's President? Who will you vote for?
That's a very difficult question.
It's pretty easy. There's only 2 people, so just say one.
Well, I just wish, let the best person win.
Who is the best person?
They are all great people, so I can't choose one.
I'll take you out of the misery. Thank you so much. Congratulations for making it this far, Mwila, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
That is Mwila Walia, this just eliminated candidate in the People's President. He made it to the top 3. Congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a round of applause to the top 2 in the People's President. Candidates, this is where it gets heated. This is the last time you'll be speaking with the Zambian voter. And I'm giving you this opportunity to speak for the next 10 minutes. To speak with the people and make your final appeal. This is what will determine whether or not you will be the People's President. Given Kapodio, you're going first, followed by Karisto Mumba. I'd like to encourage you to speak with your audience and appeal to them to vote for you by visiting the website www.diamondtvzambia.com. Given, how are you feeling?
Still very humbled, but it's gone a mile further. Now I am more than grateful. So very humbled and very grateful.
I apologize. I'm unfortunately unable to hear you clearly, Given, but I'm wishing you the very best, and I hope you will manage. Karisto, how are you feeling?
I still feel very confident, and I want to give my best tonight.
I think I got you right, and well, all the best. Given Kapodio, you have 10 minutes. Speak with these people, and your 10 minutes begins now.
I am grateful. I am filled with the utmost gratitude. I stand on this podium this evening with profound gratitude and great humility. Thank you, Zambia, for bringing me this far. My name is Given Kapodio. I am a product of public service. I am a proud product of public service. I was born in a public hospital. I went to a public primary and secondary school. I am currently doing my tertiary education at a public university. Everything that I am is because of dedicated men and women who gave up luxury so I could be where I am today. Countrymen and women, I want to serve as president to ensure that we create policies and laws that make a citizen-responsive public service, a public service that meets every need of its people. Countrymen and women, I believe in a public service that is responsive to the educational needs of its people, ensuring that we have enough teachers that are motivated to teach, because there is enough infrastructure. Teachers that are motivated to teach because the classroom is not crowded, so they deliver quality education. Countrymen and women, I believe that in learners who are excited to learn because they don't have to walk long distances to get to school. Learners who are thrilled to learn because the curriculum speaks to their interests and talents, delivering education for all. Countrymen and women, I believe in a public service that meets every need of its people. A health service that meets the needs of the people. Enough health personnel who are happy to save lives because the clinics and hospitals have the needed equipment and, most importantly, the needed drugs and medication. Countrymen and women, in these hard economic times, to be given a prescription to go and buy your own Panadol is simply uncalled for. To have women who have to walk long distances to a clinic to give life is simply uncalled for. Countrymen and women, I believe in a public service that works tirelessly to maximize our mineral returns so our mines can impact our economy greatly. This country has been mining for a century. The face of the country and the economy of the country does not speak to that. It must change. It must begin to change. And I, as president, speaks to this. Countrymen and women, ensuring that we get the right value for our resources, ensuring that the people of Zambia benefit fully from our minerals and our many natural resources. A country, as I repeat this, and because I'm very passionate about it, a country that is the second largest producer of copper in Africa and has been mining for over a century, should not have an economy as weak as ours. It must begin to change. And given Kapolyo as the people's president speaks to this. Countrymen and women, a country such as ours that produces so much copper should think about adding value to it. A country such as ours should strengthen the business base in the country, empowering local entrepreneurs. Given Kapolyo as president speaks to this. Countrymen and women, I understand the importance of an agriculture sector that is diversified and responsive to the needs of my people. A public service that transforms the agriculture sector to become one that becomes the food basket, not only for Zambia, but for the whole Africa. It is possible. An agriculture sector that adds value to its agricultural products, setting up industries, turning maize into cornflakes, turning groundnuts into cooking oil, turning cotton into cloth. Countrymen and women, so that we can begin to export, feed our children, clothe our children, as well as creating employment for our youth and strengthening our economy so we can pay back our public debt. Countrymen and women, it is also important, and my government prioritizes this, that we must put in place a public service that responds swiftly and harshly to corruption. Realizing that corruption is a crime against humanity. It robs our people of money to build hospitals. It robs our people of money to build schools. It robs our children of a future. Countrymen and women, allow me to speak to the gross inequality. We need a public service that is responsive to curbing gross inequality in our nation today. Breaching the gap between the rich and the poor. It is uncalled for that the poor keep getting poorer and the rich getting richer. Further breaching the inequality in terms of gender, promoting equity and ensuring that women are given equal access and equal opportunities. Further breaching the gap between the abled and the differently abled. We shall fight this inequality. I understand the importance of a public service that is responsive to the needs of the people, and that is what our country needs today. Bushamulala shani. Utulo tupita shani. How do you sleep at night knowing that people are suffering? How do you sleep at night knowing a woman died in Mufulira because the whole district, a mining district, did not have a ventilator? It is uncalled for. How do you sleep at night knowing a road that should have been built at a cost of 1 million kwacha is built at 10 million kwacha? And the rest goes to enriching selfish individuals. It must not happen. How do you sleep at night? Because I simply do not sleep at all. And that is why I am here offering myself to be of service to my people. My name is Given Kapolio. I am urging you to vote for me as the people's president, and let's serve this country. I believe in a better Zambia, and we can do it together. With a little bit of sacrifice and a lot of hard work, I dream of a Zambia with healthy, educated citizens, running a vibrant, dynamic, and diversified economy. We shall get there. Simply vote Given Kapolio to be your people's president. I thank you, Zambia.
Candidate Given Kapolio. The audience, are you convinced that Given Kapolio is the people's president? Given Kapolio, that was your final appeal. How do you feel you performed?
I believe the people of Zambia have heard. I touched their every need, and I have previously, in the previous episodes that we've had, provided solutions to each need that I touched today. And I believe, I told you, Jonah, the first time, that I provide hope, and people tap into that hope and they vote in that direction. It is about time, and the time is now. Vote Given Kapolio to be your people's president.
First member, that's your candidate, your opponent in the people's president. Do you feel threatened, Caristo?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, you've got one shot at proving to the people that you are the people's president. You also have 10 minutes, and I hope you use it to your best of abilities. Are you ready, Caristo?
Yes, I am.
Well, you're next. Your 10 minutes starts now.
Every time I realize that this country is a home to the street kids, to the orphans, to the widows and the jobless, I slide to the edge of my seat of passion to serve. Realizing that despite our collective diligent efforts to make sure that corruption never has a place in our civilized society, yet we see it every day, tears my heart apart. Dear countrymen and women, I came to give the message of hope that nothing is ever lost nor can be lost. Our dreams, our aspirations, and our hope for a better Zambia lies within each one of us. As long as we have our lives, as long as we have visionary leaders, we shall still rise again. It is a sin against humanity to have a few minority, self-centered and law-breaking citizens enrich themselves at the expense of our dreams. I therefore send a strong message to all those that have traded on the loopholes in our governance systems and destroyed the dreams of every Zambian through corruption, nepotism, and incompetence, that your days are numbered and justice shall soon dawn on you. Countrymen and women, our nation is going to change the day each one of us realize that politics is not a source of livelihood, but a service to the Zambian people. Our nation will change the day every leader will realize that taxing citizens is important, but it is not the only way our country can make money. Our wealth lies in our natural resources. Our wealth lies in our parastatals. But most importantly, our wealth lies in the health of our citizens. It is for this reason that my government will equip our hospitals, our schools, and our parastatals with the world's best modern equipment in order for us to be competitive. I stand on this ground where my forefathers fought for freedom and promise that I shall return the mines to the Zambian people, strengthen the multilateral relations with other copper-producing countries for us to gain more technical support. My government shall also modernize every fishing port with modern storage facilities, improve transport system to be relevant in our economic output. I shall ban the importation of small engine vehicles, and open up our own local assembly plan to ensure that the dollar stays within our country. Countrymen and women, I stand here on behalf of our predecessors to ask for forgiveness to every person that has had to go through the pain of losing their beloved due to lack of medicine or proper health care in our hospitals. Such will be over and will never have a place in our society again. To the farmers, we value your contribution to the nation, and I want to assure you that you are at the center of our economic plan. We understand your struggles as a result of climate change, and my government will put up measures to ensure that you all receive adequate help insofar as we can. To every mother selling on the streets, you have made the dreams of many to come true. You spend your last penny to ensure that your children are educated. They say, "Mayom papa, nainenka papa." My government shall lessen your burdens by subsidizing education in order for us to have reduced school and tuition fees as much as possible. Countrymen and women, allow me to state that infighting is the beginning of the decline of any nation. I shall therefore ensure that we have inclusive government without any form of gender discrimination or tribalism. Zambia belongs to all our citizens, and no one will be left out in our development agenda. I am ready to roll my sleeves to ensure that to serve the Zambian people without malice or personal selfish ambitions. We all have a part to play in order for us to bring this country to its past glories. Thank you so much.
Karisto Mumba. Let's give him another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Are you convinced that Karisto Mumba is the people's president? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is for you to visit www.diamondtvzambia.com to vote for your preferred people's president. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will be taking 2 questions. These questions are from the audience. 1 question for each of these candidates.
Hi, my name is Vida. So we all know that this year we have our general elections. It's 2021. So the question is, which channel will you be tuning in to get all the information that you need in order to have all the knowledge when it comes to the elections? Well, Diamond TV has to be that station for you. Because right at Diamond TV, you have a lot that you could catch. Thank you. And you will be thanking me for giving you all the information Because Diamond TV is on all social media, and you can catch live streams on StarTimes On app, as well as the Mingotainment app and the Diamond TV Zambia Facebook page. You're welcome.
Welcome back to the People's President. Thank you for watching tonight's edition of the show. We have come as far as the top 2 in this competition. We started off with 8 of these candidates, and the 6 of them have been eliminated, with Mwila Walia adding on to the list tonight after having been eliminated in the show. We have a live audience here. How are you feeling, ladies and gentlemen? Yes! It seems they're pretty excited, but are you as excited as they are? If you are, visit www.diamondtvzambia.com and vote for your favorite candidate in the People's President. I did say before we took the break that we're going to take 2 questions. These questions are going to be directed at one of these candidates. Each has got to get one of these questions. And we'll start with the lady here, Mwangala, a good friend of mine. So, hi. You wanna stand? Yeah.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My question goes to the gentleman. We've seen a number of parastatals go into extinction prior to now. The recent one being Mlungushi Dexter has been reopened and closed several times due to, I think, some political affiliation. And you talked about you opening motor assembling plant in Zambia. So what are you going to do differently as the People's President to ensure that we do not face what we've done? What policies are you going to implement now to ensure that the economy and the environment is conducive for these parastatals to last? Thank you.
Caristo, you can proceed with the response.
Thank you so much for that question. When I was presenting my manifesto, I talked about reducing some of the things that we can import as a country. So this is a country that imports salaula. Our people, those that can make clothing, are already disadvantaged, because you can just go on Salaula and get a wedding dress for 5 kwacha. So we are going to put out measures to ensure that we do not have to import certain things that our men and women can make. And I specifically talked about second-hand clothing. So if we can cut off on second-hand clothing, it means that those people that are in this form of business are also going to be energized. They're going to be empowered, and they are going to be competitive on the market. Then the other thing is, you know, when politics and governance come together, it becomes really a problem. Where you have to make a decision because you are in government, you make a decision because you are a politician, I think it does disadvantage the citizens.
All right, Caristo. Unfortunately, I can't allow you to go on for the rest of the night. Are you satisfied? Sort of, okay. Well, let's move on to the next question, and please introduce yourself and proceed with your question. I believe your question is forgiven.
All right.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much. My name is Felix Neva. So, given that was a very powerful presentation, but you talked a bit about how you plan on empowering the youths and maybe creating opportunities and jobs for the youths. I would love you to go deep in explaining and just giving us a clear picture on how you're going to tap into the untapped potential of the youths, seeing that we, the youths, being the highest population, we are not well represented in the country, and I would just love to find out how you intend on doing that, how you intend on creating opportunities for the youths and ensuring that we, the youths, are well represented in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Brilliant.
Just before you go on, I know he said that you should go deeper, but you've just got a minute.
Thank you. I love the question because I'm very passionate about young people. In speaking to young people, the plan that I have for this country is a trickle-down effect. I speak to agriculture. Agriculture that does not just end at agriculture, but goes into production, jobs for young people. I speak to education, an education system that does not just limit the classroom, but goes deeper into the interests of young people. So if you're interested in soccer, and the education, the mathematics part is not so much, a soccer academy Empowerment for young people. I speak to the health system. Young people should be healthy. They're the most vulnerable, and we need healthy young people to be productive. I also speak to strengthening the economy through local businesses, which will deliberately incentivize young people's businesses. If you're a young person, you should also be given tax leave and tax breaks, like the investor that comes and is given 5 years without paying tax. You should be entitled to look at what. So I could go on and on and on speaking about young people. And
unfortunately, you can't go on and on and on and on speaking about young people. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's your final appeal in The People's President. Are you convinced that these two can bring you the People's President? Are you convinced? Yes. Well, if you are, visit www.diamondtvzambia.com and vote. Thank you for watching tonight's edition of The People's President. Next is the inauguration, which will be taking place on Tuesday. You've got to start voting tomorrow at 6 hours, and the voting closes at 18 hours tomorrow. Make sure that you vote within the 12-hour period that has been made for you to vote. Up next is the Diamond News Desk at 8. My name is Dingindawa Jonah Puyoya. Good night.